Hey guys, this is my submission for the Global Hack Day. I love the concept of microservices, and Docker of course makes it very easy to containerize the individual services in such an architecture. But as the number increases, it becomes increasingly harder to see which service is dependent on which other service. So I want to create a super simple container that automatically maps the dependencies between the different services on a single Docker host. So this is an example of the result. I'll show you the steps necessary to create such a graphic. First of all, I have a set of 7 services running. They are interconnected in a semi-random fashion, but they kind of resemble a web store with users, products, orders, and addresses. When I send requests to these services, it's not apparent what kind of dependencies there are between these services. Simply requesting a list of products might involve different user services or different locations. So the Binocular container makes it very easy to map these dependencies. I will now simply run this container. It will take the IP address of the booted Docker instance I'm running and start a web service on port 8000. So when we go to this address, you'll see that there are currently no dependencies mapped. This is because the container sniffs HTTP requests between different services, and we haven't yet fired any requests at the services. So when we start to fire requests, you start to see dependencies popping up. So when we now refresh, we should see the dependencies being mapped. When I hover over several services, you'll see that it also shows us how many requests there were sent to the dependency and on which path.